The Marine Corps wants to know what caused one of its jets to crash into a neighborhood. What should have been a routine training exercise for a U.S. Navy pilot goes terribly wrong. Tonight on the Military Watch, a Virginia-based Navy jet is at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean after a carrier landing is aborted at the last minute. News Channel 3's Lori Simmons has more.
The jet belonged to the Sunliners of Strike Fighter Squadron 81, based at Oceana. They were in California, training alongside the USS Carl Vinson for an upcoming deployment. But during nighttime flight operations Wednesday, something went horribly wrong for a Sunliners Super Hornet pilot. Just after 10 p.m., the pilot ejected and dumped the jet in the water while on approach to the flight deck of the aircraft carrier. The pilot was safely recovered from the water, but the same can't be said for the aircraft. The Super Hornet currently sits at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean, and it now becomes the fourth beach-based jet to be involved in an accident in the last 2 years. It was just this past January that an identical jet, a single-seat F-A-18E Super Hornet, crashed into the waters off Virginia Beach. The pilot, a member of Strike Fighter Squadron 143, also ejected. The Navy still hasn't finished their investigation into what caused that crash. Carrier Air Wing 7 had another Super Hornet crash into the Arabian Sea during their 2013 deployment with the USS Dwight D. Eisenhower. The F had 2 crew members on board who ejected safely. Investigators later determined the cause to be engine failure. Of course, no one will ever forget the 2012 Good Friday crash of an F-A-18D Hornet that crashed into the Mayfair Mews apartment complex. Both pilots ejected and survived the fiery crash that the Navy found to be the result of a rare double engine failure. The Navy has said the engine failures had nothing to do with the reliability of the Hornet or Super Hornet fleets, and they were confident in their safety. Because these jets must continue to fly in combat for at least another 5 years. Their replacement, the F-35 Joint Strike Fighter, has been plagued by high costs and poor performance and won't be combat ready until at least 2019. The Navy just ordered 22 new Super Hornets this year to keep up the current fleet. After the crash last night, all air operations aboard the Carl Vinson have been halted until further notice. Navy investigators are already starting to look into why this jet couldn't make it to the flight deck. Lori Simmons, News Channel 3.
A few hours earlier, a Marine jet slammed into a neighborhood near San Diego. The crash caused a huge fireball. The explosion damaged several homes. This is the second crash in a month connected to the Marine Air Station near Yuma, Arizona. On May 9th, a pilot crashed in a remote desert area near Phoenix. In both cases, the pilots ejected safely before the crash and no one on the ground was injured.